Previously on One Life to Live.
I know it's going to be hard turning. You're back on the man you've been searching for your entire life. I'm glad that the baby is mine.
I'm going to go tell Christian I'm not pregnant. This changes everything. Christian, no!
Debo decir a la señora Blair que su bebé está vivo.
I thought he'd never shut his eyes. You know, this one makes Star look like she was Sleeping Beauty.
Now she's turned into this jealous, wicked witch. I just can't believe she called the birth mother and wanted her to come pick her up. What I really can't believe is someone would want to give away and get rid of such a beautiful baby.
Get rid of it?
No.
You heard me. Just get rid of it. Yeah. Whew. It's unbelievable.
What do you want?
Blair Kramer?
What did we...
Dr. Wallace, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can we take a look?
Sure.
If anything happens to this boy, it is going to be on your conscience.
Yes, thank you. All right, let me tell you where we stand. Well, Al made it through the surgery.
Oh, thank God.
Then he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
He's still in very, very critical condition. Look, he suffered very, very serious injuries, and they were internal injuries, and he's lost a lot of blood.
So what are you trying to tell us, Larry? Are you trying to tell us that Al might still die? What makes you think I'm not going to see my father again?
Didn't you just say that RJ admitted everything he's done?
Yes?
Well, then, you can't understand why he's my worst enemy and the enemy of anyone not on his side of the law, namely the outside of it.
Yes, I understand why some people consider him to be a criminal, yes.
Well, then knowing everything he's done and the misery he's caused, how can you want to go anywhere near that worthless piece of...
Antonio, you're talking about my father.
So you are going to keep seeing him?
Yes.
You know, I don't think that Star would actually hurt Jack, but knowing the way that our daughter thinks, she's probably dreaming up some new scheme to get rid of him.
Lying and scheming. Where would she get such habits? I'll go talk to her. I think I know how to cheer her up.
And how's that?
Bribery.
Why do you want Blair Kramer?
El bebé no es muerto.
If this is about baby Jack, here's what I have to say.
Who was that?
I think it was somebody selling something.
Star, you don't slam the door in people's faces. You call me and I slam the door in people's faces. Next time somebody comes to the door, you tell me about it, all right? Especially if it's somebody that's speaking Spanish.
Why would somebody like that come here?
Never mind.
That means it's about the baby, isn't it? He always gets the attention.
But there's just no way that clown school dropout ever find her way here.
Good. Because that's the last thing I need. Somebody else saying, baby, baby, baby.
You know, Star, your mother and I, we feel bad that you're so upset about this.
Okay.
You're not going about this the right way. You should be in there. You should be talking to me and your mother, trying to tell us what's bothering you so that you can negotiate.
Negotiate?
Yeah, cut a deal. Look, you got us over a barrel. Get whatever you wanted out of this. A new video game, a new reptile.
Wow.
Unless you want to stay here and so.
What? That quick! What do you want?
This is casa. Blair, Kramer, casa. Necesito hablar con Blair sobre el bebé.
I don't know what you're talking about, and there is no baby here. You have got the wrong house.
No.
At least there won't be once I'm here with him.
Kelly Kramer. ¿Quién es Kelly Kramer? I find.
Hello? Kelly, where are you? I'm here in town on newspaper business. Oh, that's so wonderful. Because there's so many people who are going to really want to see you.
All right, Al's in intensive care. He suffered some very, very serious injuries. A severe concussion, numerous rib fractures, trauma to the spine. Look, I guess what I'm trying to say for the moment, I think the next several hours are pretty crucial for his survival.
And Gabrielle's right. You really don't know whether he's going to live or die.
Yeah.
No, Max, I don't.
Well, when can we see him?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On you and Gabrielle.
What?
I can't let either one of you even near Al until both of you calm down.
Well, how do you expect us to calm down when our son's life is on the line?
I don't expect you to calm down, but that's why I can't let you see him. Al survived major trauma. To recover from that, we need to stabilize him. So his emotional state is very, very critical right now. Very important. I guess what he doesn't need right now is more stress even from those who care for him.
All right then. Larry, tell us what he needs.
He is a young man who has very grave injuries. Recovering from those injuries is going to take a long and very difficult struggle. And to see him through that, he's going to need something that no pill and no medical procedure can give him. That's the will to live.
All right, Larry, you made your point, okay? And you're right. I am angry about this, and I'm scared, Larry. I swear to you, I will not take any of that into his room. Look, please, Larry, just let me see him, okay? You said he needs encouragement. Now, who can give him more of that than us?
Okay, let me check his vitals.
Thank you.
Max, I need to say something. Look, I know you still hate me for helping Asa. And if you can't forgive me, could you please do something else? Could you put that hatred aside just for now?
What's happened to Al does not change our past.
I know that. But it could change his future. You heard Larry. He needs us right now. And you and I both know that we need each other to be able to help him. Please, save your hatred for those who did this to our son.
Jen, he made it through the surgery. He's going to make it all the way. You'll
No
see.
thanks to me.
Jen, you can't do this to yourself.
It's not half as bad as what I did to Al.
You didn't do a thing to Al. It was my blow that sent him over the edge of that cliff. Jen, you were nowhere near us when it happened, okay?
But I was the reason that the two of you were at the quarry. The reason you were fighting, because both of you thought that I was pregnant with Al's baby.
Mrs. Rappaport, what are you doing here?
I don't need a reason to see my daughter.
I'm okay, Mom.
I don't want you thinking for 1 minute that this is your fault.
It is my fault.
No, for once I agree with Christian. You are not to blame for this.
Please don't blame Christian.
I know how much you love him. But I don't care what the circumstances were. There's no reason at all that you should have put that boy at the bottom of that cliff.
You're right. There isn't.
There's no one to blame but yourself.
Don't you dare point a finger at my son.
Man, he must have done some number on you.
All he did was tell me the truth, Antonio.
Yeah, with one hell of a spin on it, obviously.
With his point of view, which naturally is different from your point of view.
Mine is not a point of view, Carrie. Because of RJ, my brother nearly lost his life. How does RJ justify that?
He doesn't justify that, and he is honestly very sorry about what happened.
Oh, my brother almost gets killed. Well, let me tell you, that saying I'm sorry doesn't make up for that.
He's done more than that. He sold Break Bar so Christian can manage it and continue to live upstairs. He's trying to make amends.
Yeah, well, the only way he can do that is to testify against Keith Schaefer or serve the time himself.
Would that satisfy you, Antonio? I wonder.
It would satisfy the law, Carrie. I could live with it.
I couldn't. I've grown up my entire life without him, and to
Why are
lose...
you defending him?
Not what he's done. I think it's awful how he's hurt you and your family. But that part of his life is over. He's changed. He deserves another chance.
Honey, he's had plenty of chances, and he's thrown them all away. What's different now?
I'm different. Me. He said so. Being a father has changed everything for him. It's changed him.
And you really believe that?
Yes, yes, I do. Isn't there some way that you can, too?
So Al's still sedated from the anesthesia. He drifts in and out of consciousness. We don't really know how aware of his surroundings he is. So what are you two going to do?
We're gonna give him hope.
That will to live you were talking about.
Good, good. Now, you got to promise me you won't say or do anything to upset him. And if things get a little overwhelming in there, just step out and get a breath of fresh air. Agreed?
Agreed.
Hi, my sweetheart. Dr. Wallace told us you have come through this operation so beautifully. So proud of you. And I always have been.
Yeah, what a thing, huh? I mean, I was thinking we're just starting to get back to the way it was in the good old days. You know, you and me, father and son. It meant a lot to me talking with you again. The way we were, it was, you know, making that connection. I just ain't nothing better. So, don't sleep too long, huh? Because having you for a son means more to me than you can ever possibly know. I love you, Al. I'll always love you.
My sweetheart. Your dad's right. Max is absolutely right. And you know that you're going to get stronger with every day. And things are going to be better than they ever were. And I want to tell you something. I know you've been disappointed with me, but I'm going to make it all up to you. Promise you. If there's anything that you need, if there's anything we can get you, you just ask us. All right?
What is it, Al? What do you want?
Jen. Okay, let's just calm down. All right? For Al's sake.
Yes, the nurse told me what happened. How's he doing?
Not good, Mom.
I'm so sorry. And how about you, mijo?
Fine. Fine if you don't count my conscience. It was really my fault, Mom.
No, I can't believe that.
Well, you don't know the facts.
But I know my son.
Well, if it's not his fault, whose fault is it? My daughter's?
Maybe yours.
What?
You've done everything in your power to keep Jennifer and my son apart.
Oh, well, let me get this straight. Your son makes that boy go flying off a cliff, and somehow it's my fault?
Mom, relax. We're all upset.
Yes, we all are.
Mommy, come on, let's go somewhere private. Okay, I'll tell you everything. You'll be okay? I'll talk to you later.
After we find out about Al.
Can you believe the nerve of that woman trying to blame me for what happened?
Everybody's freaked out. Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, honey. You know, I can't even imagine how upsetting this must be for you. But I don't want you to blame yourself. If Al dies,
No, I can't even think about that.
Listen, you have to be prepared for the worst. And if that happens, I want you to know this is not your fault. You've been the best friend that Al has had. And you've always treated him right. Haven't you?
That woman's fault that you're blaming yourself for that terrible accident.
Well, it wasn't exactly an accident, Mommy. I did hit Al.
But you didn't think that he was
I
going...
wasn't thinking. That's the whole thing. I wasn't thinking at all. I was crazy, just jealous, angry.
Of Al? Why?
I heard Jen was pregnant because of Al.
Jen was pregnant with Al?
Well, no. It turns out she's not pregnant at all.
But she could have been. And you still love this girl?
Yes. Mom, do all kinds of crazy things when that happens.
But you were protecting her from an assassin.
She didn't know that.
I know that.
Look, I had to make her think that I didn't love her, that I never loved her, and did a good job, didn't I?
You were protecting her, and you tried to save her life. And now we both know why, and whose fault that is.
I believe that knowing you can change a man's life. Any man but RJ. Carrie, you can't trust him.
I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, Antonio.
You do, and he's going to run right over you. And I personally don't want to see you get hurt. But please, for your own sake, think twice about having any kind of relationship with RJ.
I have a relationship with him whether I want to or not. He's my father. You know what that means. Your father died years ago and you still talk about him.
My father was not a criminal.
My father's not a criminal anymore either. Because of me, he has turned his back on that part of his life. He's done with it. He's changed. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
He almost ended my brother's life. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Vega. Yeah, I'll be there right away. I have to go to the hospital.
Why?
My brother.
What?
He's not hurt, but it doesn't look too good for Al Buchanan.
What happened?
The two of them got in a fight. Look, I'll call you when I can.
Karen? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
I'm okay.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
So, have you talked to Cassie?
Not yet. Why?
Oh, so you don't know?
Know what?
Oh,
I'll just let this be a surprise.
Oh, great.
What is it?
Now you're on the phone.
Kelly, I'm going to have to call you back. We have a small domestic problem here, okay?
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Jack's upstairs. You won't interrupt us? You ready to negotiate?
You bet. Either Jack goes or I do.
Coming.
Sweetheart, are you sure that Jen is who you want to see? It's just that...
She's pretty rattled by this whole thing, too, but you know, Gabrielle, I'm sure she would love to see Al. I'll go get her.
But Max... My darling, I'm just not sure that Jen is the right person for you to see at the moment because she's the reason that you're here. All right, darling. Okay. Rest.
Jen, go. Please, find Jen.
No, I didn't treat Al right. Not at all. You were nicer to him than I turned out to be.
Jen, I like Al very much. You know, that's why I'm so annoyed that Carlotta would ever imply that I would hurt him.
Why are you letting that get under your skin?
Because I don't like being falsely accused.
Or you're acting like you think it's your fault.
Well, it's not. I don't know why. Why are you saying that you weren't a good friend to Al? Why, Jen? Because you stopped seeing him when Christian came back to town?
I went to the quarry to tell Christian that I wasn't pregnant, and I saw him fighting with Al there. And so I called out to him, and then Al heard my voice, and he looked, and that's when he fell. Don't you see? It's because of me. I ruined his life. I ruined everything.
How, Jen? What have you done? You know, you tried to stop a fight. You tried to get someone out of trouble. You know, we can't blame ourselves for trying to help someone that we love, even if it turns out wrong.
Well, it couldn't have turned out any worse.
No, that's not true. Because when Al gets better, you're going to go back to living the life you've always lived.
Not if Al doesn't make it. And even if he does, nothing's ever going to be the same. I have hurt him so much, and all he ever wanted was to love me.
There's got to be some way to make this up to him. I don't know what. Do you? How's Al?
Alive? Barely. But he's awake and he wants to see you.
He does? Oh, I don't think I can face him.
You find a way. If seeing you keeps Al alive, then you will visit him whenever he wants to see you. I hope you don't have a problem with that.
No, of course not. You go ahead, Jen. I'll wait for you here.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't like this. Your daughter has been nothing but trouble from my son.
Al is a wonderful boy. And if he's in any trouble, it's because of Christian Vega.
You want to blame this on RJ again?
Of course I want to blame this on RJ. Escúchame. Yo soy tu mamá. It was RJ's fault. He sent the murderer after you and Jen. That's why you had to run away to New York to try to save her. That's how this whole thing got started.
And it ended with me taking a swing at Al. That's how he ended up at the bottom of the quarry, Mom, because of me, not RJ.
Mommy? Christian, are you all right?
I'll tell you after we find out what happens to Al. Because if he dies, well, you'll have a murderer for a brother.
Cállate. No, never. tell him, Antonio. None of this would have ever happened if it wasn't for R.J. Gannon.
So what happened, Carrie? I thought you were meeting Antonio.
He was here. We argued. It would have gotten a lot worse, except he was called away on an emergency.
Well, let me guess. The subject of the argument was me. Look, I'm really sorry. We only just found each other, and I'm already causing trouble for you.
It's not you. It's a situation.
Well, look, whatever is behind it, there is a simple solution.
Yes, Antonio has to stop acting like a stubborn...
Well, don't count on it, right? I mean, considering what he thinks I've done to his family, I guess I can't blame him for not trusting me.
That's an understatement, unfortunately.
I mean, look, I can accept that he doesn't trust me, but I cannot accept your unhappiness. So, if your happiness is tied up with Antonio, I don't want to come between you.
We can work this out, okay? He just needs some time to see that you...
Look, I wouldn't count on that. Hating me is more than an emotion for Antonio. I'm north on his moral compass, okay? There is a much easier way to handle this.
What?
I can take a step back. I won't go anywhere. I won't disappear. I'll just keep my distance from
No, I don't want that.
It doesn't have to be forever. And maybe you're right. And maybe Antonio will change a little.
I've gone too long without knowing you. I want you in my life. I'll talk to Antonio. Thank you for your very crazy, very kind offer. The sort of gesture only a real father could make.
Star, baby Jack is not going anywhere.
I could run away.
You're not going anywhere either.
I ran away before. I went to Grandmom's and Aunt Vicky's.
Yes, you did. And then your daddy and I came and found you because we missed you so much. You know, even though Jack is here, you are still our beautiful little girl.
Prove it.
Oh, you want me to prove it? You want me to prove how much I love you? You come right here. Let me give you lots of love and
Star, I like you better than I like Jack. He just sits there like a little football.
Then why don't you get rid of him?
You keep your lizards, don't you?
Yeah, but that's different. I told them to crawl up and down my arm. I feed them.
Well, Jack's not much different than that. I mean, pretty soon, if you feed him and you play with him, he'll be crawling around on you, and then pretty soon he'll be just following you around in no time.
I know what you guys are trying to do. But I'll let you get away with it. Jack can stay.
There you go. Settled.
On one condition.
Really? What's that?
Sometimes I want Mommy and Daddy with no sharing. Like right now.
Well, you know what? You got yourself a deal. Because I'm going to take Jack out, and you have time with Daddy all by yourself. How's that?
Cool.
Okay?
You know what?
What?
I'll go get a fun board game.
Okay.
Then we can play together.
Star, nothing educational, okay? Where are you going?
I'm going to go find Kelly because she is in for a shock.
Hi, can I help you? Sí, por favor. Blair Kramer está aquí? Here? You need to see Blair Kramer? Why? What's this about?
Ayúdame. Tengo la verdad.
I don't understand
Tengo la
Spanish.
verdad por Blair Kramer.
You know what? Come on in, and maybe we can figure this out. Come on.
Si ya comí. I speak the verdad.
Verdad. The truth.
Sí, truth.
you think when Jack gets older and he learns how to walk that I can teach him how to fetch and, you know, maybe boss him around a little?
Sure. If you're nice to him. I mean, Vicky's nice to me, so I let her boss me around. I'm in jail and you double, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. She does boss you around a lot.
Well, that's what big sisters do, Star.
Yeah. Maybe this whole little brother thing isn't so bad after all. You go.
So you feeling better then?
About Jack, maybe, but I'm feeling worse about something else.
What's that?
It's about who was at the door before.
For months I've been telling Jen and anyone else who would listen that I think that Christian is a violent and dangerous boy. And now that he's pushed Al over the cliff, well, maybe Jen will believe me now.
Christian pushed Al?
He was inches away from the edge, and Christian hit him, and he went right over. I knew that Christian had a bad temper.
And now he's done this to my son.
I am so sorry. I told you I like Al very much. And if there's any good that can come out of this, Max, I know that you will find it.
Funny how nothing seems to come to mind.
Don't let Christian get away with this, Max.
The doctors have stressed that we keep Al calm at all times. If you do anything to upset him.
Mrs. Medina, I would not do anything to hurt Al.
Oh, I think it's a bit late for that, don't you?
Jen. You're here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Obviously, there is some truth to what Mommy said. If RJ hadn't sent Keith Schaefer after you, Al Buchanan wouldn't be in intensive care.
Of course.
But if anyone takes the rap for it, it certainly won't be RJ Buchanan.
You know what? I really don't care what happens to me. It's Al that I'm concerned about, so I'm going to go see how he is.
There must be something that you can do to make RJ accountable for his part in all this.
RJ's a bigger problem than ever.
Why? What has he done now?
It's what he did years ago. I just found out that RJ is Carrie's father.
You're going out with the daughter of the man who did this to your brother? Does she know what RJ's done?
It's a long story.
Well, I have plenty of time.
Well, I unfortunately don't. Look, I gotta get a statement from Christian, okay? I'll be back.
Nice work, Gannon. Very nice work. You can already feel all the ingredients falling into place to get Antonio out of my daughter's life. Just have to stir in a little mayhem. I haven't lost my touch.
I was with Antonio when he heard. Is Christian okay?
Fine.
He must be very upset. Is Antonio here?
Yes, Antonio is here. But I think it would be best for you and for everyone else if you simply left.
Just gonna ask you a couple questions. I want to make sure you're not in any kind of legal trouble. Just wait here. I'll be right back. How's Al?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Look, Max, I just wanted to tell you how sorry I am about all this.
Don't tell me, Officer Vega. Show me.
How?
Arrest your brother for the attempted murder of my son.
Jen.
Hi.
Hi. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Oh, forget about me.
No, never. Never.
Jen. Is... Well, I mean, is the...
What? What?
Is our baby okay?
You said the person at the door was just selling something. Who was at the door, Star?
I don't know. It was this weird lady.
What weird lady?
She talked funny. I couldn't understand her.
Because she was speaking to you in Spanish?
I guess, maybe.
And you didn't understand one word of what she said?
Maybe like one or two.
Which one or two?
All I heard her say was about baby, baby, baby.
Okay, why don't we just talk about what's wrong? Why do you need to see Blair?
¿Usted conoce Blair Kramer?
Yes, what about Blair?
Ay, Dios mío, gracias. Now I tell truth.
The truth.
About the baby.
The baby? What baby? Here we are, sweet pea. Somebody's in for the surprise of her life. Yeah.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
I'm guilty, Antonio, so arrest me.
I'm gonna be okay for our baby.
Natalie said that maybe you still had feelings for me.
I am not my father. She tells me she has something to tell Blair.
Pine Valley, a destination of love, life, and adventure. And you can visit Pine Valley every Sunday for the All My Children Marathon, beginning at 6:30 p.m., 3:30 Pacific. SoapNet, soap watching made easy.